Scum, the podcast that delves deep into the sweaty crevices of UK culture. Whether it's 90s television gungings, why some people have chips for every meal, rural dogging hotspots or haunted car washes, we celebrate all of it. And who better to put on a digital diving bell and submerge themselves into the murkiest aspects of dear old Blighty than some of the worst people it's ever produced, comedians. I'm Darren J. Coles, and I'm joined by Charlie Webster and Paul Hilleard. Hello, lads.
Hello there.
What have we been up to this week to try and cover for the fact that we just filmed 2 episodes back to back, and that's why we're wearing the same clothes.
I went to West Wales.
Did you?
Yeah, I went to West Wales. It was all right. Like I told you about going to see Dylan Thomas's house and shit, but
Yeah.
I also stayed at a friend's house for an hour or two and spoke to her father. Last time I spoke to his father.
But what?
Well, he went straight in and went, "What have you been up to today?" And we went, "Oh, we went to Dylan Thomas's house." And then within about 2 minutes, he was telling me about how Canada is going to be completely frozen in 50 years' time.
Frozen.
And yeah, he said there's going to be an ice age in about, if you look at the way the ocean's going, it's going to be another ice age in about 50 years' time.
Does he not believe in global warming or anything?
I didn't
I think it's
ask.
part of it, isn't it? It's all part of it. Oh, wait, but warming, yeah. Surely Canada's going to be like fucking Ibiza in 50 years' time.
That's why.
He might be underwater.
Fingers crossed.
I'll be honest, I think he's just a man. He has 7 daughters. He has 7 daughters. He lives in the middle of like West Wales.
So, needless to say,
He's got a bit loco, isn't he?
you know the kind of guy who has 7 daughters. He's got more spunk than brain cells. I think we know.
He's got 7 daughters. No, he's a busy boy, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, he's been around. Oh yeah.
He was looking for that son, you know.
Yeah.
Do you know I read an article the other day about how if you've got high testosterone, you're more likely to have daughters than boys, because
Why?
Because it's something, it affects the sperm. Basically, if you've got a lot of high cortisone, it affects the sperm, and you're more likely to have like female children. And
Sounds like something Andrew Tate said.
No,
just
honestly.
because he's like, I've got daughters, but I want a boy. You know, it's because I've got too much testosterone.
It's actually because I've got a lot more testosterone. That's why I've had just all girls. Actually,
is that what he speaks? It sounds like
he's got this
sounds
weird.
like a Roman.
Yeah, he's got this weird kind of, because he's from Luton, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
from
Well,
Luton.
I think he's got a mid-Atlantic accent.
It's like a weird, like really strange, like yeah, sure. I love the bit where he
I
talks
think he
about.
sounds a bit like Dad. He's got a kind of voice
No,
like
it's
Dad.
a bit of both. It's a bit of a mix in there.
Do
like-
it both at the same time, boys. Go for the
Yeah, because
alphabet.
at the end of the day, when I was in Romanian prison,
I think he speaks a bit like
was
that.
not. Oh, did you see the bit where he talks about? Someone asks him, Andrew, when you were in Romanian prison, did you cry? You missed your family. He went, no, I did not. Did I cry? No. Was I doing press-ups with tears rolling down my face? Yes. It's like, so you cried then, just because you were doing press-ups while you were crying.
That's a bad impression of him, I'd say. But yeah.
Oh, yours is, hello there, I'm Andrew Tate.
He sounds more
Welcome
like
to
that.
Hustlers University.
He does.
He sounds
more like that.
absolutely nothing like that.
He didn't sound like that. He sounded like a Roman.
Well, guys, this is going to be our first email in, everybody. Who's got the more accurate Andrew Tate
He's got this
impression?
kind of slightly American kind of.
He sounds... Yeah, okay. Well,
Yeah, well...
I'm Andrew Tate. I grew up in Luton. Luton, UK. That's right.
famous for Kentucky Fried Chicken.
And Stacey Dooley.
Yeah, no, it does sound like bullshit, but it is a real article which I read on a
Sure, no, I believe you read it, yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
and apparently loads of American, or loads of people in like the military have daughters apparently because it's high stressed. Yeah, so that's maybe he's high stress. This guy, this man that you met, your friend's father.
Maybe.
Maybe he was really. What was his job? What did he do?
He was a Dutch farmer.
Dutch farmer.
Yeah, and then his family like moved over here when he was like in his 20s, and then they tried to start a farm here, and his family went, "Fuck it, we're going back to the Netherlands," and he went,
Nice and flat.
"I'm gonna stay here."
Yeah, a lot of farmland.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess being a farmer is stressful as it is, but being a Dutch farmer in the UK must be very difficult.
Well, I think he ended up leaving the farming world when his family left him over in Wales because he met his wife, who he had 7 daughters with, and I think he got a job in the government, some sort of council stuff. But you know, when you're just like, he also lives in rural Wales, very West Wales, man. You know, with his 1 bus for the entire weekend.
Yeah,
One of those places.
yeah.
Lots of space, lovely, but I feel like he hadn't spoken to someone that day, you know, and he's just like,
Sure.
"You're new. I'm
And
going to
he-
talk to you, and we're going to
And
get
this
into it straight away."
This thought about Canada just fucking rattling around in his brain
Yeah.
like a wasp for the last week, and he's just like, finally, I've got someone I can.
Do you think he's lost his mind to the forums? Do you think he's
He's on
do you
Reddit
think,
too
do you think
much.
he's reddited his mind into fucking sludge? Because there's a lot of, I feel like a lot of more older people are now.
West
getting-
Wales, the Wi-Fi ain't great, man.
I think a lot of older people now, too much time on their hands. They're getting like.
What you need
they're
to
getting
what you need to realize is
Reddited,
there
basically.
are a lot of older people like my parents who they didn't do media studies in school. Do you know what I mean? They don't know how to decode a newspaper, so they just read something and go, do you know that's true? Like my mother, the amount of times my mother just goes, "Every time you have a message from Facebook saying they're going to be shutting it down, you got to pass it on." It's like, I think if Mark Zuckerberg wanted to communicate anything to the users of Facebook, he wouldn't use like essentially a chain letter system. He'd just go, "Yeah, I'm just going to pass this on to you, Anne. If you could pass that around to your friends who you used to work in the care home with, that'd be fantastic." Sorry, that was my Andrew Tate impression. Sorry, it does sound very similar.
Do you think? Yeah, I think they. I know what you mean. I think they see anything written on the internet like it's come from BBC News. It's like a BBC News source. Do you know what I mean? They go like, "Oh well, Canada's going to turn the fucking ice. It's got to be true," because someone's made a fairly well made video about it on YouTube.
Yeah, no, they definitely think if it's in their feed, they think that's news. You just go like,
It's
do you know they're bringing back hanging about time too? I reckon. You know?
Workhouse is coming back under Tories. Workhouse is coming. I think the workhouse. I think if reform will get in, I think that they may bring workhouses back. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, probably. I reckon they'll probably. Yeah, we'll go back to we'll implement a lot of like Victorian, neo-Victorian, like policies and stuff like that. Yeah, they get rid of PIP. They get rid of university. They get rid of all benefits. They go no, we'll get them down. If you want to work, you'll work, and we'll pay you tuppence halfpenny for the privilege. You know, you get turnip a day, and you'll be happy with it.
turnip stew.
Yeah,
you know,
turnip
nice
stew.
sliced turnip
Breakfast,
sandwich.
lunch, and dinner. Yep.
They don't have to bring back hanging if they do it that way as well, because then
Decreases the surplus
you'll just die.
population anyway. Yeah, exactly.
Can't afford to eat.
If we'd have all been born 100 years ago, and they're like, me and Paul would definitely be dead by now. We would have.
I got glasses for fuck's sake.
Yeah, you would have
That's not a death sentence, though. Do you know what I mean? Like
100 years ago, I reckon.
being short-sighted.
fallen down an
100 years
open
ago.
mine shaft. Fucking hell.
Especially the way we used to drink. Like, if that'd be a problem, I would have ended up in the river Taff.
Yeah,
Fucking-
you and I would probably have cirrhosis of the liver. We'd have like a black lung, from being down the mines. You might be alright because you're basically landed gentry, aren't you? Really? I mean, you pretend you are. But
You
pretend you're
think-
working class hero, but-
You think you are. You think I am for some
I
reason.
think I think you
but,
are. I
but
know you
not,
are.
Do you know
I
what
know
I mean?
you
So,
are.
yeah.
So his lordship, you would have been probably like in one of those little frilly boys. They used to dress a little boy in frills. And you were going, right, let's go down to the, you
You'd
were
be
doing like a
doing some
marquis
shooting or fox
Yeah,
hunting.
yeah, 100%.
And we'd be there lugging around with
Oh, we'd
his
be-
co-
if we're
catches
lucky,
of the
we'd-
day.
If we're lucky, we'd be collecting the pheasants that he
Yeah.
shot.
Papa, kill those boys on the land.
Kill those Welsh boys, those stupid Welsh boys. I don't like the way they speak.
One of them's got glasses and he looks a bit strange. The other one's a bit camp. And,
One of them's short-sighted and he keeps falling over all the time. Very frustrated.
yeah.
We look like Ed, and Eddie.
It's a great reference there, Paul, for anyone over 30.
Oh, who do you think's listening to this fucking thing?
Yeah, that's true. Good point. The youngsters, the young kids, people who
But
like
yeah.
Ben 10 and Paw Patrol,
Yeah, the old,
pedophiles basically.
the old people, though, yeah. It started where, our grandparents used to get hoodwinked by a phone call saying, I'm a Nigerian prince, I give you your numbers, Now it's just like, oh, I've got your bank details.
The amount of times my mother she's done this a few times where she's turned around and she goes, Dad, can you fetch me my card, please? I need the long number on the front. And I've lunged at her like one of the bodyguards or JFK. She's like, no! Like that, because I know she's just signing.
people-
Oh, yeah. She's just read something. Someone said, someone pretend to be a bank and say like, oh, we've noticed some suspicious activity on your account. We're going to need your long card number. She's like, oh, Dad, I got to make sure that no one's going to, take all my money. And I'm like, no!
But the thing with me now is that I just cut everything off. So, I don't even open mail that's addressed to me.
That's
Yeah.
a bit
You know,
extreme.
I did that when I didn't pay council tax for 7 years. I didn't answer any posts. Didn't open any posts. Didn't answer the door. I'd have to do a special knock to get in.
Yeah, but how far is that away, boys? From like, you're pissing in milk bottles and you're never leaving the house. You're collecting rainwater on them, turn your taps on. You're like, oh, I'm not paying the council in Norway. There's a great house near where I live. I live in Cardiff, in Grangetown. There's an amazing house which has got all these, like, it's basically a guy who's just gone nuts. And I think he applied for planning permission in his house and it was turned down by the council, and he basically lost his fucking mind.
He wanted like a sunroom or something.
He
wanted a gazebo, did he?
Yeah, he wanted a gazebo
an urban gazebo
in his terraced house in Grangetown, which is very kind of, it's not that rough. I guess it's a bit rough. But like, and he's got all outside, and he replenishes the signs constantly because they're constantly being taken down, obviously, by the council. But he's like, outside it'll just be like, it'd be very bad, poorly spelled as well. It'd be like, Cardiff Council rakist, like that, trying to say, because he's obviously not of this country, so he's trying to claim that they're all racist. And he got arrows pointing to the house next door, which is fairly well done up, going, builders, cowboys, illegal. I should have I turned down for planning permission. They want to deport me. It's just like the ramblings of an insane man, basically. And he's put that up around us.
Just saying that you were going to become that.
Yeah, if you're worried you don't open your mail, I'm just worried, guys, that it's a slippery slope here,
There's no good news that comes from mail. It's always bad news.
I get very excited when I have a letter addressed to me. I can't wait to open it.
Like a boy at Christmas.
Yeah, pretty much. I also get very excited when I get like an unknown phone call. Do you not get that? When I generally, there's a little part of me, this is how deluded I am, a little part of me, when I see an unknown number on my phone, I think one of two things. I think it's either an old ex-girlfriend getting in touch with me, wanting to get back together, or tell her what big mistake she made breaking up with me, or I think it's like someone like an agent in London going, we got a big gig for you, man. Like, it's
I love that's a real insight into how big your ego is, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like,
there's more of an insight into how desperate I am.
Which would make your day more?
The first one.
Yeah.
I think we should start prank calling this guy. Do you know what I mean? Pretend to be Avalon agent. Do you know what I mean? Like, or Cindy from the 90s. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
or pretend to be one of my ex-girlfriends who's now a London agent.
Yeah.
Like, she's risen up the ranks, and she just go, Darren, I've got two pieces of good news for you. One, you're gonna be in an Out West advert, and two, oh monsieur.
That is a good daydream to have, though.
Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I get it.
What's
What's your daydream? Do you have a daydream? You got a perfect life, pretty much.
I don't really dream of much. I sometimes have nightmares of becoming a meme. Like, sometimes I
think we should.
I fear that I'm going to become. I feel like I'm going to be on a night out. I'm going to be like pissed, eating like, I don't know, chips on the side of the road like that.
I think you are. I think that's
puking
already
and eating at the same time.
You can see it.
I think it's happened.
I think it probably has happened, but like, someone's going to video it.
The picture's out there, but no one's like.
But it's like
witty enough to write the thing.
No, it's a meme shared amongst friends.
Oh,
yeah.
Like, they got a WhatsApp group where they
private meme.
Yeah, it's where probably a niche meme in some sort of community.
Like, one of their mates says something stupid, and then they just go, oh, he's at it again. They just share the meme of Charlie on a night out.
But I feel like I'm going to become a national meme. Do you know what I mean? And it's going to ruin my life.
And I think it should happen on this podcast. So do you want to like roll through just like some funny faces, maybe? Like, yeah, there we go. Perfect. Yeah, look into the camera. Just like look like a monkey that's lost its nuts. There we go. That's sort of sad. Like,
fed up. Fucking hell.
We call it. It's gonna be a Grumpty Dumpty.
But what about I think your meme could bring people together as well. You know?
Yeah.
I reckon you would. But again, are you that much of a hero that you're willing to have your reputation tarnished in order to
we talked about this, but you could be like the modern Blobby, like the modern, the modern Mr. Blobby.
The modern day
Urban Blobby.
Modern day Billy Bunter, do you know what I mean? Like,
he's gone back to college. He's done night school.
Yeah.
He's got rid of the tie, you know.
Mr. Blobby with an engineering degree.
What are we going to talk about this week, guys?
Okay, shall I
you
begin?
Always take the lead.
I always take the lead. I'm the teacher's pet with my little laptop. So I'm going to talk about bizarre laws from British history. So I've looked up a few. So there's one law here. It is illegal to handle salmon in suspicious circumstances. So basically, in 1986, there was a thing released called the Salmon Act, which was to crack down on illegal fishing and poaching. And basically, it says it's not really about looking suspicious. It's just about having salmon in suspicious circumstances. So if you've got a large amount of salmon and someone says, where do you get that from? And you go, well, that's my business. That's suspicious.
So how much salmon are we talking about? Like,
oh, I would say,
couple of kilos.
I would say, a couple of pallets of salmon.
so have you got a couple of pallets of salmon in your transit, and you just go around pubs trying to sell it?
Yeah, that's suspicious. That suggests that you've taken, that's not salmon of your own acquisition. Basically, you haven't acquired that salmon through honest means.
What about if you're a fishmonger?
If you're mongering, I think you got to monger on your own patch is what I think. I think you got to monger. As long as you're self-mongering, that's cool. If you're mongering on someone else's fish,
it's street law.
If you're mismongering, then
I don't think
that's
it's illegal to sell fish from. No, is it? I mean,
it's territorial though, eh? The mongering scene is very territorial.
It's one down from war.
Yeah, like the Bloods and Crips.
Warmongers, and then you got fishmongers underneath. It's a fine line between them. But I think if there's anyone at this table right now who has maybe handled salmon in suspicious circumstances, it's probably Charlie Webster.
I do like seafood. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever handled? What food could you like? Do you think if you were going to be, any of us were going to be done for having maybe a surplus of it and trying to sell it, what would it be? Or maybe just for personal usage.
I wouldn't mind having a job lot of oysters. Do you know what I mean? That'd be,
they'd fucking stink.
Yeah, they're fucking lovely oysters. Have you had an oyster?
I think they're a bit overrated, oysters.
I only got into mussels like 3 years ago.
Mussels are nice.
I like mussels.
I reckon if
come down on them like a ton of planks. That's what I say.
You need at least 2 men.
Okay,
for
what's the max
job.
length? 6 foot.
Max length.
6 foot.
If we're walking a mile, yeah, you should.
Oh, so you mean is it distance? Are you thinking about distance as well?
Well, I'm talking.
Are we factoring in
weight,
time?
distance,
weight.
What about snooker cues? Where do they fit along?
Oh, that's fine because you can.
That's a piece of wood, isn't it?
No, that's the Stephen Hendry law of 1967. Actually, that's in contravention.
I
of
suppose
that.
people don't walk around with. They put them in boxes, don't they, and they carry them around.
But still a plank.
Yeah.
I think you'd have to. If I was carrying a plank of wood, I'd have to carry it. It might look stupid, but I'd have to carry it at the bottom vertically, like a caber, like you're tossing a caber. Like I'd carry it like that.
You're doing the Highlander games.
Yeah, exactly. Carry it like that. That's the safest way to carry a plank of wood in the street. And I will go to my grave saying that's the safest way to carry a plank of wood. Or what about strapped to the back?
Depends how built up the area is. If you're going through the city centre.
Trees, overhanging trees.
If you've got high vis on, there's no way anyone stopping you walking around with a plank of wood. There's no way.
That's true. I don't think many people would stop you from doing match if you had a high vis on. I wonder how much you could get away with if you just wore a high vis.
Oh, you can get away with a load of shit.
Well, they do it. There's videos of lads go into festivals constantly. If you have if you have a pack of water, like 2 big packs of water and high vis on, and you just start walking towards them, they're like, yeah, go on.
I saw a guy with a high vis on me a film with a ladder just walking into a festival.
Yeah,
he just got rid of the ladder and just fucking took his high vis and went to a festival.
Really?
I also saw another guy with a load of like cabbages or
any food,
and he had a load of cabbages in like a in a bag like that, and just walking in, and they just let him in.
A load of cabbage.
Well, because it just looks like you're taking it to the food.
Yeah,
people.
Right, get it. It's pretty ingenious.
Like
as long as you make yourself look like you're working high vis sort of work gear, and then you've got, I think helmets help a lot, and then
Well, having your dick out, you mean?
What about high vis helmet?
Just walking up with a clipboard.
Clipboard,
yeah.
High vis clipboard. Excuse me, mate. Just checking your arsehole. Sorry, just checking your arsehole. Arsehole spot check. So if you just pop your trousers down, mate.
Let me see your band.
It reminds me of a story of one of my brother's mates who thinks he's really hard and he's just a little wanker basically. But yeah, he went to a festival with my brother. I think he went to Boomtown, and they were doing drugs. Do you know what I mean? They were smoking weed or whatever, and they were in sort of like a fairly remote part of the festival, sort of near the perimeter fence. And a guy with a high vis came over to him with a torch, went over him and said, "Yeah, I'm security. I want to search you." And they were like, he didn't really seem like security because he was really hard, and he looked really hard and looked mad. And they got the drugs off him and just Just wandered off him. Just took him. Just robbed him, basically.
Yeah, took his drugs.
Polite rob him, basically.
Yeah.
And they were like, he wasn't scary. He was just a guy fancy taking his drugs.
Because you wanted to do a thing, didn't you, where you walked around with a high-vis taking pavement tax off people. Didn't you have that? That was your thing?
Was
Students, pavement tax. You just stop like wet behind the ears students and just go, yeah, pavement tax, please, mate. Have to
I think we
£10.
I think me and Jordan joked about it for a while, but it was never, we were never actually going to do it. But yeah, we just joked about
that's a good one.
how we could dupe idiots into paying payment tax.
Yeah, students. I think you get away with a lot with students because they've, never left home, never lived away from home, not really aware of like some of them, the laws of the city, the ways of the city. So you could dupe a lot of students for sure.
Yeah.
The last law, I don't know how much this will surprise you or not. It's actually illegal to be drunk in a pub.
What? Really?
It's illegal to be drunk in a pub. It might sound ironic, but in the UK, being drunk in a pub, the very place designed for drinking, is technically against the law. This obscure law comes from Section 12 of the Licensing Act of 1872. The rationale for this law lies in protecting public safety by attempting to prevent disorderly behaviour not only in pubs but also in licensed buildings. It also encourages people to drink more responsibly. However, the Licensing Act 1872 is rarely enforced and is mainly used when someone is becoming aggressive or dangerous. It is still in place in the UK today.
Well, yeah, they kick you out, don't they? They stop serving you if you're too pissed.
Yeah, that's
but you've got to be you've got to be.
You'll be non-verbal.
Yeah,
it happens to me fairly regularly.
You've got
but
to be like, yeah.
I remember going to the pub.
Basically, people think you've got a disability. That's what you are.
I remember going to the bar and not being able to, I couldn't even speak anymore. I remember just pointing at taps, and they were like, "What do you want?" And I was just like, and it obviously went. It was like just any of them basically. And I'm just pointing, and they were like, "You cut off, mate. You got to go."
Yeah. Whenever you're using like semaphore to communicate what you want, like I remember this was when we went out for your birthday. I think you were there, Paul, because you took a picture of me and you showed it to me, and it was horrific. You should never take pictures of people when they're drunk. But I was absolutely howling, and we tried to get into the Welsh club in Cardiff, and they wouldn't let us in. They were like, "He's too drunk." So me and my friend Glenn, another comedian, we just swapped clothes. We went round the corner. Glenn was wearing a denim jacket, so I put that on. He put my leather jacket on. I think I might have put Glenn's hat on. Rejoined the queue, and they let us in.
Perfect.
And who says bouncers are thick as shit, I remember that I had a character as well. I came with a character behind it because obviously, theatre kid. And my character was that I was just a bit camp.
Or just a little bit extra camp.
Yeah, more camp than I already am, yeah. Just like, oh yeah, I just want to come into this club, please. And they were like, yeah, in you come. That's a different man now. In you comes.
Can I get your number as well? I'm sucking you off afterwards. Really getting into the role.
Because I'm not the same guy as I was earlier. Yeah, so
I remember being woken up in a Spoons on a Saturday, because in Ponty, the Spoons turns into a nightclub.
Oh, I've been to the Spoons in reality. Yeah, it's
Which
it's in that old post office, isn't it?
Yeah, and you've got Alcohol Anonymous. It takes place above the Spoons.
Really? Wow.
They clear all the tables.
Job centre right next to it as well.
Clear all the table of condiments. Get rid of that, and then
and then just pile it full of whiskey and.
Well, I remember being woken up. And it's blaring music, and he's, "You gotta go, mate." And he's very gentle with me, and he escorts me out. And then I realise, because we have to go through a crowd of people on the dance floor before you get to the front door. Whilst I'm outside, I go, "Oh, thanks, mate." And I'm looking around, realise, what have I lost? My jacket. And I go, "I forgot my jacket," and he leads me back through, the parting of the sea, very nice. Sweet. And then he brought me back. But I was like, "Can I come back next week?" And he's like, "Yeah.
Of course you can, mate. Of course you can, mate. You know what?
Just give you a little kiss on the head as well. Good night, sweet prince. Come back next week, young boy."
Just lost.
I know what you mean though. That gentle. I've been kicked out of places where the bouncers just sort of grabbed you by the elbow and gone, "Come on, mate."
Yeah, you're not
like a lost little boy. You just bow your head like that and you just leave. I remember once getting kicked out. You talk about jacket. I got kicked out of a club in Bridgend, the Roof, for just accidentally drunkenly putting on someone else's jacket by mistake. I just saw a black jacket, put it on, and then this guy ran up to me and he goes, "Hey, he's got my jacket on," with the bouncer in tow, and I was just like, what? I couldn't figure out what even happened.
What a fucking knock!
And there's
excuse me, Mr. Bouncer, my friend.
He's got this jacket on. It's not his. And I just went, "Oh!" And the guy was like, "Yeah, come on, you got to get out," and took the jacket off. And but yeah,
Did you find your jacket? Where was yours?
I think I definitely woke up. I think that night I woke up in some random stranger's house in Bridgend, and it was covered in empty beer cans and piles of cigarettes and spliffs and stuff like that. I remember waking up and there was this guy and he was a metalhead and he was just like, "You right, mate? Want to rip on this bong?" It's like 9 a.m. and I'm like, "No, I'm all right, mate." I sort of got up and he's just like, and he goes, "Do you like Lamb of God, mate?" And I went, "Yeah, they're all right." And he just fucking cranks it up 9 o'clock, and he starts doing the devil horns to me. It's like 9 a.m. and I'm fucking hanging. And I'm like, "I'm just gonna call my friend, see where he is." And yeah, so I just ended up in this fucking random dude's house. Very strange.
That's a rough morning. Just metal, smoking.
Metal in the morning. I don't mind metal in the morning now.
He must have been on
something. Yeah. I mean, he was just very odd.
It's interesting when you go back to certain people's houses and they've got roommates and housemates, and you've been on a night out, and then they're there and they're in their pajamas with takeaway smoking bowls, and you're just like. Different vibe.
Even back then though, even when I was young and a bit more, a bit more robust, I remember looking at people who would light up a spliff early doors and start drinking. I'd be like, this is. I don't know if I haven't got the constitution for this. I do remember waking up, passing out in a house party drunk, waking up, and there were two people fucking at my feet in the middle of a living room where there was other people all passed out. And the girl whose house it is, she looked like a My Little Pony. She had dyed hair, multicolored hair. She was dressed in ridiculous clothes. She was the size of a small pony for sure. And she lived there with a girlfriend or something. But then this metalhead, they just decided let's just fuck in this room full of people who were passed out. And I remember her grabbing my legs, and I opened my eyes and seeing this guy with his head between her naked legs, and then clamping my eyes shut and going, "Oh my God, what do I do? What do I do?" And my best friend, who was the only other person I knew there, I didn't know anybody else there, was there because of him. I was snapped my shut. I was like, "Oh, what do I do? Do I just ride this out and then wake up and how long is this going to go on for?" And she's grabbing my legs, and then I just hear my best friend waking up, going, "Oh my God," and just leaving. He left. And I just remember thinking, fuck. And what did I do? I sat there with my eyes closed for the whole thing until they both finished.
Yeah.
And then waited until.
Lob on, or what were we saying? Half mast?
I would say there was the base was erect, but the tip was floppy.
Because you were kind of part. I mean, you were kind of part of a threesome in a way. I mean, you weren't really massively involved.
I would say I was definitely the line manager of a threesome.
You were the support structure.
I was the supervisor of a threesome. I should have worn a high vis and clipboard. But yeah, it was, and then I think I waited until they were into they were sat by the window chatting, and she was going, "Oh my God, I was grabbing that guy's legs. Can you believe that?" And then woke up and went, "Oh God, what a sound sleep I had. Oh, is that the time? Maybe. Better be off. Cheerio. Wonderful house party, by the way." Yeah. So there we go.
You could have done an amazing jump scare.
I got a fucking knife!
You enjoy yourselves, kids. I'll see you later.
Yeah, so that was.
I had a similar experience when I was in Zante, and I had to everyone would share. It was a hostel.
He was a club rep in
really?
Zante.
I didn't know this.
I was the worst club rep, and also the club I was repping was this old rocker bar that had been on the strip for so long that the government of Zante had put 2 ATM machines in front of
trying to discourage.
Yeah, pretty much no one knew there was a pub there. And I would just be like, "Hey, do you want to come into this club?" And people would be like, "Well, the ATM machines, mate."
But you know
Guys,
what,
you're
though,
withdrawing
Paul?
cash. If you want somewhere to spend that, then come with me.
You know what, Paul? If you told me where you should be a club rep, what bar for in Zante, it would be a dirty old rock bar.
Yeah, 100%.
And no one liked you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was perfect. It was. I saw a guy fall into like this open sewage drainage place.
Nice.
Yeah, just this big Geordie guy who was like, "Can I get any coke anywhere?" And it was like, "No." And
Wasn't Paul Gascoigne, was it?
Searching for the fog on the time. You know what I mean? In Zante.
He just went backwards. Boom. Didn't realise it. I was like, just got up and carried on walking. I was like, Christ, man, you could have died. But anyway, I was staying in like a hostel, and there was like 3 beds in one room. And one night, this lady came back, and she was shagging this guy. And I tried to do the same as you. I was like, let's just close our eyes. But nah, I got up after about 5 minutes. I was like, fucking went and sat by the pool.
Oh, so did you alert?
I did what your mate did.
Oh, you just
got
dashed.
up and
Yeah,
dashed.
I wish I'd have. But it was it was that kind of.
Where'd you
It was
go?
just impolite.
Yeah.
It was
And he wanted
impolite.
to be involved in a way.
Man, I said, like, if you guys need a hand at any point, I'm right behind you.
That is mental that she thought, I'm going to grab a guy's legs and he won't.
But the
wake
thing is,
up
it was
at
like
all,
the living room was full of sleeping people. It was so, and I found out, I think there was another guy there who I spoke to later, and he was like, yeah,
Yeah, a few of you.
saw the whole thing.
Couple of perverts.
Yeah, I saw,
Couple of
yeah.
sleeping perverts.
Yeah.
Perverts.
Paul,
Okay,
I'll handle this next section.
so if I told you nonce,
Yeah. I'd say, yeah, of course you are. Yeah. We
Nonce.
knew a long time ago, Paul.
nonce, tax avoidance, and what's the last thing? Oh yeah, Nazi. What rank them? If you had to be one of those, what
Or
would
if
you
I had to
be?
be one.
Yeah, Nazi,
Uh,
paedophile, or tax avoidant.
well, I hate the idea of HMRC not getting my money, so it wouldn't be that one. No, I'd be a tax avoider for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And then
100%.
I mean, of the 3
100%.
choices, that's the
Yeah,
default,
yeah.
really.
Paedophile would be the least. I think I'd like to be the least. I'd say racist.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking about things you would be, not things that you are.
Oh, David Bowie was all free. Did you know that?
Ooh.
Whoa, okay. Let's not, like, can we not
But he was.
drag the patron saint of art pop into this, Paul?
I know, everyone fucking loves Bowie. I only found about it the other day. I knew that he avoided tax. Like in 1967, David Bowie moved to Switzerland to avoid the 83% income tax rate for the highest earners. That's what he did.
You see about this, though, a lot of actors do that. I think Michael Caine did
Loads
it.
of them do it.
I think
Rolling Stones did it.
it's mad though, isn't it, to
You
think like,
too.
have you not got enough money? Like, and do you not want? I mean, I know like taxes, you're basically like, it's probably more of a protest of who you're giving it over to, right? If you're giving it over to like a Tory government that you don't agree with, then maybe you'd be like, well, fuck that, they're not getting my money. But the principle of taxes, I mean, surely like, you want fucking more schools and roads and hospitals, don't you?
I think a lot of people don't really care about that. They just want.
Well, I guess if you can pay for all that private. I mean, you're still using the fucking roads, aren't you?
Yeah, but I think people just want to collect as much money as possible.
Yeah,
I get it. If you make loads of money and giving a lot of it away must be quite hard to
Yeah, but you still got a lot left over. You're not like Mick Jagger's not fucking signing on, is he? Because he's got to give all his money over.
No, I know, but like
to the fucking inland revenue or whatever.
So you say that you wouldn't be a tax avoider, Paul, if you made
No,
loads of money?
I am a tax avoider.
Yeah, which
worry,
which one, Paul? You can conveniently dodge the question there. Which one would you rather be?
Well, I'm the biggest tax avoider. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you are.
I'm not. I'm just a cash in hand man. You know.
Yeah, they love that the HMRC, don't they? Love cash in hand, man. That's what
Love
they love
cash
the
in hand
most.
jobs. Yeah.
Artistic license. That's all I'm saying. This is a stage technically, so no one can come for me. So he's avoiding tax.
Okay, get on
Also-
to the nonce bit. Oh, no, you could do neo-Nazi, then nonce. That's the hierarchy.
So in the 1970s, Bowie allegedly had sex with underage girls and later faced rape allegations in 1987.
yeah, I've heard about this. Yeah.
Bowie was never indicted for the crime, but the accusations represent a complicated legacy that Bowie left behind.
Because they used to have like young groupies who were like 14 to 16, and they used to a lot of rock stars used to do it apparently. Used to just cop off with these young girls.
I think it's more acceptable to sort of.
Back then, you had the whole culture of just like you're a dirty old man, right? And
yeah, I mean,
like it's always, you know. I feel like we're going down some really dark. The phrase in my head was, "It's a grey area." That just formed in my brain. At the end of the day, guys, those ages, they're a grey area, aren't they?
It's a different time, guys. It's a different time.
You know, Your Honour, when do we become sexual beings? Is it 18? Biologically, it's 12.
So what have you got? What have you got an issue of him shagging 16-year-olds of visual pool? Or?
No, it's just like, you know, when he died and everyone was like, oh, mourning him and crying and like.
I think there were a couple of people that I remember seeing a few people come out with that sort of stuff and being like, yeah, fuck him, you know.
Yeah, just.
But then again, Let's Dance, what a fucking tune.
It's
man.
a great tune, and I'll still listen to his music, but. It's like
he wasn't Gary Glitter though, was he? That's how it right. I mean, he
wasn't.
He clearly fucked a lot of women. Maybe a couple of young ones slipped through on that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. The heady days, you know, in the swinging 60s and 70s.
So in the early 70s, Bowie allegedly had a sexual relationship with Laurie Matix, who was around 15 years old at the time. Matix was one of many so-called baby groupies, girls between the ages of 12 and 16 who frequently patrolled Sunset Boulevard in Los Angeles, a haven for musicians and entertainers in the 70s. The age of consent in California was, and still is, 18 years of age. So, you know, it's not a good look, and you got to think, how old would have Bowie been?
Just trying to get something funny out of this.
You know?
Oh dear. Oh dear.
So you're trying to you're shitting on a legend.
on a legend just because he happened to make a couple of mistakes. All right. But the thing is, Paul, if we end up we can't shit on Bowie here, right? But whose audience is bigger? I mean, David Bowie's got a large audience, and I personally would like to, you know, covet that audience. Whereas
Yeah, but they're all gonna die soon as well. It's just I remember my ex-girlfriend's fucking.
Oh, yeah, this is all about.
Her parents were like fucking crying because he died, and you just like grow up a bit. Say with like some of my mates who fucking, you know, they would have been 23, 24 when he died, and they're like crying, and I'm like, fuck off, boys.
It's very like
you still got what you had. You weren't his mate. He wasn't your mate. If you like his music, you can still Spotify it, listen to it, whatever you want to do, boys. Buy his records. But don't fucking cry about someone.
And you two, if you want to look your nose up at me just because I put my knife and fork on the wrong way round when I'm having dinner with your lovely daughter, who I treat like a fucking princess, by the way, and say that I should put my hair in a bun just because it's dripping in the gravy. What's your two's fucking problem? You got David Bowie LPs over there. He was a paedophile. Do you know that? Turning your nose up at me, right? Come on, we're leaving.
So you got problems.
Is that what this is all about, Paul?
Yeah,
this is all about your ex-girlfriend's parents that you fucking hate. You're just trying to make a point.
When did you become my fucking counsellors? Yeah.
All right. What about the Nazi thing? Well, he did the Hitler salute, didn't he?
Well,
Did you do that in a gig? When you did the Thin White Duke, I think he sort of was messing around.
Okay, so
with.
we're just gonna paper over the whole rape allegations in the 80s.
I mean, what do you want me to say, Paul? Do you want me to swear upon the Bible and say, yeah, I don't support Mr. Bowie and his pursuit of underage women?
I'm just saying, he's, you know, if you're gonna look at the genius, look at the criminal. Criminally insane.
Yeah, I think. I don't think of no better platform than a comedy podcast to finally say, can we separate the art from the artist?
I just say, you know, it's good music, but also.
Basically, if there are any comedians in Bristol who want to give Paul gigs, Paul's actually quite woke. Everybody.
Yeah, remember.
You know.
Enough with the murals is what I'm trying to say.
Right. Okay.
Enough with the murals and the fucking. Oh my god! Fucking stop putting people on pedestals. That's the right word.
Pedestals. Yeah.
Pedestals.
Stop putting people on pedestals.
Yeah, as a man who gets on stage regularly 5 nights a week.
Stop putting people. Yeah. Stop platforming people from a man who has a regular platform. 5 nights a week, anywhere in Bristol, especially around the Clifton area. Where
Yeah, but I'm not fucking putting paint on my face and telling you I'm a fucking alien from outer space. I'm fucking telling you.
Do you like his music though?
Yeah, it's great. It's
Yeah.
so good.
Well, then there we
Oh,
go.
very good.
Then case
I forget
closed.
about his
Case
music,
closed.
yeah.
He's dead. We're never going to bring him to trial.
What's this Nazi stuff then? What did he do? I don't believe he was fucking Nazi. He didn't
I think
seem-
he just flirted with. He did like he was obsessed with fascist imagery when he was the Thin White Duke. I think I think he did like a Hitler salute on stage or something.
Everyone's done
He also
that,
the-
mate, do you know what I
Come on,
mean?
it's called it's these days,
Yeah.
right? Do you know what I mean? He was a trendsetter.
He used the thin white duke.
He probably had autism like Elon Musk. You know, that's what I got blamed on. He's just autistic. He can't read social cues. That's the only reason why he did that.
Thin white duke.
Yeah, he
Tell
did. I think it's probably a picture of him doing it. I reckon.
Oh, I mean, no, that's not.
Nah, no evidence. Okay,
He did a lot of fucking cocaine. This is what some people.
Right.
Yeah.
This is what
Can't we blame
some
all three
people
of
were
these
thinking
behaviours
he
on
was doing.
the cocaine?
Some people thought that this is what Kanye was doing. They're doing a thin white duke. You know, we all hit the mad shit he's saying. You know.
Kanye's just mentally unwell. That's what's wrong with it.
Yeah, but you would have said the same thing about this fucking crazy bastard. I'm an
I think there's a
alien
difference-
for a year,
There's
and
a
now
difference between being mentally unwell and being a bit of a cokehead. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean, there's a bit of a crossover in the Venn diagram, but yeah, definitely there is a difference.
Yeah.
One can lead to another, like.
mm.
But yeah, if you're like, I would say there's a difference between what Kanye's doing and what David Bowie. Well, maybe not. I mean, I think artists have always done that sort of. They want to. Some artists really want to push the boundaries and they go over the line basically and end up making a not very sophisticated point. They're just doing it for shock value. I think you can go a bit too far.
the thin white duke was a controversial figure. While being interviewed in the Persona in 1975 and 1976, Bowie made statements about Adolf Hitler and Nazi Germany that some interpreted as being sympathetic to fascism or even pro-fascism. The controversy deepened in May 1976 when, while acknowledging a group of fans outside of London Victoria Station, he was photographed making what some alleged to be a Nazi salute. Bowie denied this, saying that he was simply waving to fans and the photographer happened to take the photo while his arm was outstretched. I mean, I think Bowie was far less than what Kanye is right now. But it sounds very musky, doesn't it?
I think. Yeah, I mean it's not great territory, is it? It's not.
And
it's
in
not.
1976, he began disavowing his allegedly pro-fascist comments and said that this was misunderstood.
Maybe you could have said, "Look, I was just trying to indicate my record sales. You know, they're just going up and up and up."
What I'm doing is theatre and only theatre. I'm every man. I'm pirouette.
If you.
What you see on the stage isn't sinister, it's pure clown. I'm using myself as a canvas and trying to paint the truth of our time on it. The white face, the baggy pants, the pirouette, the internal clown putting over the great sadness. I think I'm mispronouncing this word. Do you want to
The Hitler
double
salute.
check me? Was he saying that? Is that pirouette?
The Piero, the eternal. Piero. I think that's like. Is that part of the joke? Where I don't fucking know.
He's a bit much, though.
Yeah, it's a bit much. Yeah.
Maybe next
But-
time I say something off hand, I'll just go, I'm a clown.
What
pirouette."
would you blame if you were getting cancelled for something?
Autism, probably, or some shit like that.
I think you could definitely. I think that's fair. That's
Autism.
I can
Trauma.
believe that,
yeah. Yours would be what?
I know.
It's a bit thick. Like I don't
Yeah,
understand
just-
what you're talking about.
Yeah. Developmental problems. You know what I mean, like low IQ,
Diet.
poor diet.
Yeah.
Obesity. I just blame it on obesity.
Look, I ate a lot of Rustler's burgers last night, and I said something a little bit racist this morning. All right.
Look, I've had a couple of too many KFC buckets this week. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I blame the plastics. I mean, there's too many microplastics.
Microplastics,
like that.
Yeah, microplastics is a good one.
earwax problems. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, hearing.
yeah, hearing
Yeah.
impairment, like something to got like a bad gunging experience give you trauma.
Yeah, gunge on the drum,
Gunge in the noggin.
gunge in the
Went
noggin.
for the ears and got fermented in there.
I've
do you know
got
what I mean?
gunge paralysis, so that's why I said something. That's why I was rude to that. That's why I was rude to that.
That's why I spit on
Sikh.
that waitress.
That's why I was rude to that Sikh in Home Bargains.
That's why I burnt that moss down.
I've got
Oh,
gunge palsy. That's what I've got.
Gunge palsy. It droops one eye, but also makes you very, very racist.
I was actually the first and only victim of gunge palsy from the 90s. It's ruined my life. I'm on full pip.
Have you seen the guy who can't stop hiccuping? That
No.
poor bastard. Oh,
No.
he just can't keep his food down. Either. Just hiccup, hiccup, hiccup. It looks horrible, man. It was like a Channel 5 documentary years ago.
She's still doing it now, or?
I
Still
hope so.
hanging.
Anyway, it's to round it off.
To round it off.
To round it off,
Bowie, not a good guy, basically.
So in later years,
Next time you listen to his music, think about what he did.
just in later years, Bowie talked about the mid 1970s as the darkest days of my life due to astronomical usage of cocaine and amphetamines. For much of 1975, he was obsessed with satanic symbols, remained awake for days at a time, and lived on a diet of red peppers, milk, and hard drugs.
Red peppers.
Red peppers is a weird one. I get the milk and hard drugs, but red peppers, I'd be like, ooh, no.
He blamed his erratic behaviour and fascination with Nazi Germany on the opulent during his Thin White Duke period
Opulent.
on drug-induced paranoia and depression, and claimed that his mental state was such that he could not remember the late 1975 recording sessions for Station to Station.
It's great.
So that's why he just blamed
blamed
it
the coke.
on coke. Yeah.
It's good. It's good. I think that's a good That's a good excuse. If you're saying like I was largely on coke most of the time, I think that's a fair excuse. Not sleeping for days. The red peppers adds to it. You know,
Too much milk.
chaining red peppers, a lot of milk. Yeah, full fat as well. Full fat.
There's no semi-skims in those days.
Yeah, straight from the cow, fresh.
There's no fucking oat milk back then.
no milk back then.
Fucking pussies.
Curdled my brain. So I said a lot of racist stuff. So
Okay.
that, yeah, great. Thanks, Paul. Let's just add some nuance, some shading. To
Next
these
week will be
legends, you know?
next week will be better.
Yeah.
I come away with less of attacking. That's the problem.
Just less noncy stuff, I think.
Yeah.
Because we stray in the noncy territory, then we end up either making light of sexual abuse of minors, or we end up coming down hard on them, and it's just not very funny.
No.
That's the danger. That's what I call it's called the nonce's tightrope, is what they call it.
The pedo tipping point.
I don't know, I just wanted to get that off my chest for a little while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nonce's razor, they call that one. Nonce's razor. Charles.
I'm going to talk about Ibiza Final Boss.
Yeah.
So anyone who hasn't seen this is a man has gone viral this week for dancing in a sort of nightclub in Ibiza or some sort of day rave or whatever, and he had sort of a strange sort of mushroom.
He looks like a Lego man.
Yeah,
he's got like Lego man hair.
He's got like a lasered beard. He's got a beard which is so well cut.
It looks like it's drawn on.
It looks like it's being sort of lasered on. Do you know what I mean? Like,
It looks like he's doing it for charity almost. Like
Yeah.
it's a mad look.
And he's got this sort of like faded mushroom haircut. So it's sort of like sort of modern day Friar Tuck sort of cut, but more it's just kind of mushroomy. And he's got his glasses on. He's sort of pouting as well.
He's also massive.
He's
Have you seen
huge.
Yeah,
the
he's got big guns on him, and he's got sort of like weird
He's
sort of.
jacked, but he's got a very. His face is quite squashed. Like that haircut does not help because he's not got a lot of face to work with, and it gives him less face.
Sort of crowded face.
He's got a bit of an underbite like that, and he's got these veneers, and he's just like. But also, what's funny about it is that he thinks he's the absolute bollocks.
Yeah, but I quite like that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That is Ibiza energy though.
Yeah.
He has got like rents this week. Like people are taking a real piss out of him. He's everywhere.
Yeah.
But he's kind of he's leaned into the sort of the meme.
It's the only way you can.
Yeah, he's leaned into the meme.
You have to.
The meme lifestyle.
Yeah.
Is he living your greatest fear? You know, he said about how you don't want to become a meme.
I would retreat like a little turd boy, just in a corner. Do you know what I mean? I would retreat and get scared. But I think he's really pushed himself.
Well, this is his 15 minutes.
Oh yeah.
You know, he can make as much money as he possibly can. I bet he'll have a Bitcoin by Christmas. He'll have a Bitcoin on a podcast, and he'll be more successful.
Yeah, and then he'll be cancelled by Christmas.
Yeah,
100%.
But he would have made. If he can make $5,000 off going on holiday.
He's probably made more than that.
He's made more money already, I reckon. He's got private. I saw it the other day. He's got a private jet that's flown him back to Ibiza with 5 of his mates, all look quite similar to him. And they've all got these sort of funny shorts on.
The thing is, like, yeah, you'd basically be like, you could do appearances. You could turn up to all the clubs in Ibiza, get absolutely wankered for nothing, and get paid handsomely.
I reckon he's going to make loads of money this summer. I think he's going to make a lot of money this year. I heard. I don't know how true it is. I heard he's going to be. He's going to be working with Bonnie Blue. That's what I've heard.
Is he?
Yeah. I don't know what. I mean, I don't know what they're going to be doing together.
Yeah.
Which is like kissing or something. But like, I don't know.
Sure, because that's what she's famous for.
Yeah,
I think it's talking
like kissing work.
Talking, yeah, I think. Yeah, I've heard he's going to be the face of the NHS. I think. I think he's going to be the face of the NHS to just try and get blood donors. He's going to be like, look, I can give blood, and he's just tensing like that as the drip is, siphoning out some of his 20% proof blood.
But he has a certain look. He's got a certain look, and I don't know what this is. I'm not sure if his look has got an official term or what. But I've seen quite a lot of guys like it. They're always wearing sort of like big. They're wearing t-shirts quite tight with like a big logo on it.
Yeah.
They've all got veneers. They've all
got
got
a lot of guys in the
gym.
I know a lot of guys in the gym when I go to the gym who look like him.
Yeah, and I don't know. Maybe it's called something already. I don't know, but like there is definitely a look of
Love Island.
Well,
really.
Yeah, kind of. I don't know. Yeah,
It's just like shit veneers, like weird, weird teeth.
Because he's Geordie as well, isn't he?
He is
Geordie.
Is he a Geordie? I haven't heard him speak.
And he says Chava. Everyone likes Chava, but that Chava I thought was like a not Middle Eastern.
Java.
Midlands. Chava.
Isn't it a type of tea, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Bad Boy Chiller Crew. They talk about it's just another way of saying my mate. All right, me Java.
Oh, me Java.
How you doing, Java?
I thought it was like a sort of.
It's like mate.
I thought it was like a sort of shitty word called like a northern chav. That's what I thought a chava was.
Oh, you mean like a Janner in Portsmouth?
Yeah. I thought it was like a slur basically.
I think it might be, but it's used
Could
in
be both.
term of affection.
Could be both. Yeah, it's like cunt in Scotland. That just means person
Aye.
or friend,
Grandmother,
grandmother,
Yeah.
cherished friend. But like, yeah, it's
If I
I've not heard him speak. Is he thick? Is he a nice guy?
I mean,
Is he a lovely man? Is he well-meaning?
Maybe he's gonna be writing a novel any time soon.
Right, okay.
I think he's doing DJ sets out in Ibiza.
Really? Cool.
So that's the mad truth, because we don't know. We just judge the cunt, don't we? We're looking at him and like probably work in you're probably a builder of some sort. You've got a trade. You seem to have enough money to sort out your teeth. You look after yourself. You're probably fucking 25. You're doing all right. You're in Ibiza. You probably work hard. You play hard. The cunt might fucking.
You might be a dentist.
Yeah.
You might be bisexual.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah.
You could be. You could have a
have all
PhD.
the
We don't know.
talents.
He might have buried a child already. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
What, illegally or
Either or.
for
Either
money?
or.
Okay, we don't know.
Either
Yeah.
or. For
pig.
someone else, for a friend of his.
I feel sorry for him that he's got mocked a lot, but I like the fact.
Yeah,
that
but Charlie, you're thinking then like he's not thinking, isn't this brilliant? I don't think he thinks.
I'm getting bullied by the world.
I don't think he's worried about his integrity. Let's just say
No,
that.
I think I'm looking at it as a more of a like.
You're coming at it from your perspective, which you look at and you go,
I-
"Oh, this is not what I want to be famous for."
Yeah, I'm looking at more of like a trauma response sort of. Like,
It's not gonna be struggling
Ibiza
rock.
final boss Jack Kay was dumped by his girlfriend Alicia Cook as she was sick of him partying with the lads, according to pals. Yeah, I think he's.
Okay, should we do it? Let's do a quick.
He's 26. Oh, sorry, go on.
I was gonna say let's do
Play
a
a
quick
game.
role play, right?
Okay.
okay.
Whereas like you're Charlie, you're you as a counsellor, and I'm gonna be Ibiza final boss. Now I don't know what he talks like. I just know he's a Geordie, right? But this is very much the end of his meme days, where like all the money's running out and all the fame is evaporating, and I'm struggling, right? Aye, man, I'm right, Java. How you doing? Yeah, I'm just come here like because I'm a bit sad like and that. Because obviously all the fame's dried up and I was having a great time like just in Ibiza like, and I'm on the bones of my ass. I got no money. I spent it all on got my teeth fixed again like because it's what the people wanted. And then I said something a bit ropey on Celebrity Big Brother, and now like now everybody hates me like I just don't know what. I just need someone to talk to.
Well, I'm glad that you've engaged and you've met with me today. I think that's.
No, I'm not engaged. I was engaged. My girlfriend's left me. I'm on my own.
No, I mean talking to me right now. I think that's a good first step if you're unhappy with your life.
I am that. Maybe I'm thinking like maybe me and you could team up. Like you've got like a mean look about you, like.
Who was shit and talentless and looked weird and acted foolish on Britain's Got Talent or X Factor or Jeremy Kyle show. Now they get.
But I disagree.
Brand deals.
I disagree. I think there's always been a place for those kind of people. Like whether it was like the freak show in the Victorian times or whether people have always like.
But they're making more money than ever before. Is what I'm trying to say.
100%. You know? But what I'm saying now, it's more like a. Well, yeah, they're just fools, aren't they? But in different ways. Like you get like the village idiot or something. Yeah. That's just what they are now. But it's, yeah, like you said, they just got more of a prominent stage and they're able to make fucking more money. And
the stockings, they've been let loose from the stockings.
They've been
loose from the stocking.
You know,
the
stocks.
Okay, the stocks, not the stockings. Yeah.
They've been no stockings, no tight stockings anymore.
I mean, finally they've been unleashed from the pantyhose. You know, the village pantyhose. Yeah. I mean, good luck to him, man. You know?
We'll keep an eye on Jackie, boy.
Yeah.
We'll see his downfall.
We hope to God he's still relevant by mid-September. By the time this podcast comes out, we hope to God that he hasn't said something awful. We're gonna have to say, yeah, let's just cut this whole bit out.
That's absolutely fine because it's.
I mean, to be honest, I hope he does, so we can cut out the improv that we just did between him and his counsellor. Because that didn't go well.
This is what. So the story is, she dumped him before he went big, now she's like, actually, I want you to back.
That's why the hell would he take her back? He's the Ibiza Final Boss, you know. He can get another. Princess Peach from somewhere else.
I have no doubt that he is taking full advantage of his fame in Ibiza right now.
For sure.
Yeah, he's the most trying to be funny with him, and he's like, wait, what's going on? No, don't take the piss out of me, and just start snapping cunts.
Yeah, he could do. Yeah,
and I hope he does that.
Could tip over, like, or because he's a big guy, he's a bit of a unit. Like some other unit's just gonna like have a pop at him.
Maybe
just come in with like he's about to cut the red ribbon to open
travel lodge and
open a travel lodge somewhere, and just someone comes in, just the kind of Overton window of being famous is smaller for that sort of person. So I reckon like the time between him being famous and him getting cancelled, I think is going to be super short, very very short.
Make money, make hay while it's sunny, cunt.
Make
yeah, that's what they say, don't they?
Yeah, make as my grandfather used to say to me, make meme while it's sunny, cunt. Make meme coil while it's sunny, cunt. And we thought it was the dementia. Dude. At the time, we thought it was the dementia. We were like, it's not making any sense. But actually, he knew what he was
Cut some ribbons at some Safeways, son. Do a bloody club appearance in Yates's Wine Lodge. Red car. When the sun is hay and warm.
Look like an Ibiza man. Make loads of money, boy.
Fucking mental. I hope he gets a mortgage off it. Honestly,
he probably will. Probably settle down in like semi-detached in fucking Glasgow.
Get a nice new build, won't he? Somewhere.
Yeah,
I imagine.
Nice new build.
Nice new build. Nice.
Terrible silage leaking out the walls and.
Yeah, nice new build. Maybe a couple of French bulldogs, maybe.
Because he's gonna come back.
Some XL bullies, maybe. So picked up on the black market.
Some nice XL bullies.
Ronnie Pickering was doing club appearances. I swear down.
Really?
Ronnie Pickering did it for a while.
Because it was only sort of a profile of half a face, wasn't it? I mean, he was just angry at the wheel of his car.
Yeah.
In his Picasso. Yeah, half the window down, so you couldn't really see.
I can't remember. I remember just him being angry and red, but I don't remember what he really looked like.
I reckon you could probably say you're Ronnie Pickering.
Yeah,
people would believe you.
I could be like Pickering's son. Do you know what I mean? Like Rob Pickering. Do you know what I mean? Like
no, you're more Rob Picnic for sure.
I could
Ronnie Picnic.
I could be Billy Pickering. Do you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Billy Pickering. Yeah.
Ron Pickering Jr.
Yeah.
I think he did an advert recently.
Are you making this up, Paul?
I swear to God. No, it's Sue. Yeah, there you go. 1 month ago, he did an advert for Ronnie Pickering. What did he do for like food or something? Itsu introduces TikTok to Ronnie Pickering 10 years after. What's Itsu? Asian-inspired food chain.
Roy Pickering's
Yeah, he's
the
doing
perfect
adverts.
ambassador for your Asian-style noodle restaurant, isn't he?
Mm.
Who am I? I'm Roddy Pickering, and I love dim sum.
Have rice, have chips. Keep bringing the prawn crackers, son.
I'm Roddy Pickering, and I love edamame. God.
Yeah.
Oh, Pickering.
Yeah,
The world is going to fuck
yeah.
the dogs. And who says we're the most negative country in the world? Fuck
I
off.
know. We applaud the spirit of entrepreneurialism. You know? Ibiza Final Boss. Yeah, man. What's his name again?
Jack.
K, I think.
Jack K.
Yeah.
God bless him, man.
Mm.
I
think that's about it,
That's
isn't
a
it?
good place to round it up. Yeah.
That's not bad.
Um,
Less nonce talk
thanks.
next week,
yeah.
yeah.
We're gonna do less nonce talk. We promise next week will be less nonce heavy. Definitely less improv. And yeah, I think that was a fun one. Yeah, well, thanks for listening to Union of Scum. I've been Darren J. Coles, and I've been joined by Paul Hilleard and Charlie Webster. Thanks, lads.
Goodbye, everyone.